Welcome back, guys, to Trails from Zero, where last episode, continuing our first Chapter 1 patrol of Crossbell, our police beat took us through West Street, stopping by Morg's Bakery on the way to learn what ingredients we needed to gather for them, then through the residential district and into the entertainment district. There we played a few games in the Barca Casino, winning big at poker as we now continue onwards. So the patrol continues as the police stops to gamble along the way. Terribly realistic. You see Barca Casino over there? Those guys know how to treat a customer right. The owner brought me some drinks when I was down in the dumps from losing. If you're interested, because there's no better time to check out than the present. The advertisement here. You ever seen that Bishy guy from the back alley? You could call him my business rival. Don't let him worm his way into your head. Don't let Bishy worm his way into your head. Our place will show you a way better time, will it now? We've checked out over half of Crossbell at this point. Hey, how you doing? Looks like there's plenty of tourists out here today. I got to do everything I can to reel them in. That way, the customers will be happy and so will I. Everybody wins, yeah? How about it, guys? Let's all become happy together. Haha, says Bishy. Yeah, thank you very much for all those gift subs. A few patrons got a little too drunk recently and started complaining loudly about a job. They mentioned messing up something downtown. It'd be better if they didn't talk wherever people could hear them. Were they members of Ravash? I couldn't say, but we get a lot of patrons like that, to tell you the truth. God's policy is not to interfere with our patrons' personal matters. I suppose that's why everyone's lips tend to get looser when they step inside. That's all I say. Have I battled much today? Not since the start. We are on another patrol, but if you could call my miraculous gambling victory battling. What? It's morning already? Oh, let me sleep in just a few more minutes. Well, it's been getting harder and harder these days. Maybe I'm just getting older and older. By the way, I can almost guarantee that if this session ends still on this chapter, which it most likely 100% will, I'm definitely going back to gamble. And get the rest of that stuff. Every once in a while, those black suit guys will cause a huge commotion in the middle of the night. Thanks to them and their shenanigans, I wasn't able to reel in a single customer the other day. Oh, now I'm really mad. That's so inconsiderate. We're trying to work here, you know. It really ticks me off. Hey, you brats! You got some business here or something? Huh? What's this, a police badge? These are the ones that caught Fabio and the others. For real, you're screwing me, right? They're just a bunch of kids. Pretty safe to assume this building belongs to the Mafia. I think we should leave. It'd be a bad idea to provoke them. We just walk straight up to them. But from 5 tokens, I can get a whole item, so I'm cool with that. Accomplished quite the feat the other day, didn't we? I didn't expect you to go along with the Testament leader's plan to lure them out. Yeah, color me impressed. How do you know about that? I don't think that was even covered in the Crossbell Times. Oh, I didn't read about it. You do know about informants, don't you? With the right amount of mirror, you can get just about any information you'd like. Informants? Leave it to Crossbell to have a bunch of sketchy jobs like that. You four are quite entertaining. I'll be sure to keep a close eye on you from now on. That said, however, it won't make me the money for this. Look how much of, an increase that would be. With Oli's lucky robs whole casino first try. I didn't rob them. I played them at the game they had. Right, so we've got a quest at the library, don't we? The mayor manages to handle constant meetings and the business trips despite his old age. I can only assume that he's doing a fantastic job of maintaining his health. Maybe. Can't imagine that stress is good. Welcome! I'm going to teach you guys how to make some delicious juice of your own. It's important that you rehydrate your body after a long walk or an intense workout or a long stream. Fresh fruit juice was obtained. Nice, another day of absolutely perfect juice-selling weather. There's nothing like an ice-cold cup of juice on a hot summer day. I'll be buzzing on that win for a little bit, I feel. Allow me to give you a rundown of this fine establishment. There are 2 facilities within City Hall. The reception hall is to your left and the Crossbell Diet building to your right. Most people in Crossbell are familiar with the reception hall, thanks to all of the special events we hold there. I can't go in the Crossbell Diet, though. Oh, no, I can't. We have no reason to go inside here. Of course we don't. The guy's gone. He's over here. That hallway on your left leads to the west wing of City Hall, and this door here is where you can find the mayor's office. Conversely, the other hallway leads to the east wing, and you can find the speaker's office behind the door on the right. Both men are important politicians that hold massive amounts of influence internationally. It's locked. Neither the mayor nor speaker are currently present. They're an important part of Crossbell in politics, so they're always busy. I imagine the CPD will be... Oh, there's no guy out front. As lovely as it normally is. Deputy Commander Bells was here not too long ago. She's from the Guardian Force, but she comes by the station from time to time. Now I think about it, it is pretty uncommon for the CPD and CGF to work together, isn't it? That's right, our business doesn't often intersect, even though we're both considered part of the state police on paper. The nature of the CGF's work is similar to that of an army's, so their chain of command is structured uniquely. The commissioner of the CPD and the commander of the CGF may hold the same rank, but they act independently of each other. Yeah, they might as well be entirely different organizations. Though sometimes you do get the rare guy like me hopping from one side to the other. Technically, the CGF and CPD are part of the same organization, but considering they're headed by different people, they may as well be separate entities. The only person from the CGF that comes to see us regularly is Deputy Commander Bells. Repeat. My combat notebook is coming along, but needs more data. Hey guys, I heard the news. You've got to leave the city to investigate the monster incidents, right? Yeah, we're about to depart for Almorica village. I, Francisca, will support you with everything I've got, is what I'd like to say. But I'm not too sure you'll be in range to receive oral communication. We'll just have to try and find out. It's usually fine inside the city, though. I see. Do you think our enigmas will be too far away to communicate with you? The operating system was intended for investigative use only within city limits. Though theoretically speaking, orbital waves should be able to travel up to 200 Selg outside of the city. 200 Selg. I think that would just barely reach all of the populated areas within the state. So we'll be able to keep up communications then. Thank Adius. Don't forget to contact your pal Francisca if you get yourself into a bind, guys. Roger that, Fran. You don't have to worry so much. We'll be fine. Yeah, we're just doing an investigation. Phew, such a pain to get used to operating this darn thing. I would have been so mad if I had no way to provide you support. Don't forget to contact your trusty operator if you run into trouble, guys. Walked by the CGF's Deputy Commander Bells earlier. Those CGF guys don't even know how good they have it. I know I wouldn't mind getting ordered around by someone like her. I'd stay away from her if I were you, pal. The training is actually hard as hell. You know, running marathons down the highway in full gear and whatnot. Yeah, on second thought, maybe some things are better left to just the imagination. Must be nice getting bossed around by a pretty lady like those CGF guys do. The entire top brass of the CPD is such a sausage fest. I'm friggin' sick of it. We still have no business upstairs. Still not allowed up until we're cool. Come with us. Let's see, here's the roster sheet, Sam. We were supposed to use the meeting room upstairs, but the 1st Division went and took it for themselves. Those guys always do whatever they want, so the rest of us might as well not even be here. No double dialogue then. Alright then, I think it's about time I get started. 1, 2, 3. Wait, what the? Why aren't they all here? Officer Kate, could you do me a favor and call the others? We can't just start without them. Yes, Chief. Wait just a moment, please. Hi. I changed the location of today's meeting at the last minute, and now no one's here at all. Did everyone go to the meeting room on the 2nd floor or something? Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? You're up and at it pretty early today, aren't you? Yeah, we've got a busy day on our hands. Got a meeting this morning, right? That's right. They're determining everybody's patrol routes in the Metropolitan Division. It's been a month since I joined the CPD, so they think it's time to throw me into the thick of things. My superiors are pretty giddy about it. Good luck, man. Seems like things are just as busy on your end. Thanks. You'll hang in there, all right? I can imagine you guys have it pretty rough. Just know I'm rooting for you, from one rookie to another. Our main duty as the Metropolitan Division is to patrol the city. Now it's my job. And now, a whole month after I joined the CPD, I think I'm finally going to get to step up and do some real work. Hey, good to see you guys. You guys still going as hard as those support requests you do all the time? Yeah, I say so. How's everyone in the 2nd Division doing these days? We ain't doing too poorly ourselves. Got a few cases on our hands, but progress is kind of slow. Ultimately, all we can do is stay diligent and take it one case at a time. Yeah, definitely. That's the best way to handle an investigation. Getting things done little by little over the second division. Ultimately, all we can do is stay diligent and take it one case at a time. Sure thing. Well, that's the CPD checked out, so let's pick up our next quest and see it's one that if we can actually do it or not. That's the real thing, isn't it? Is it an available quest? Hi again, Uncle Miles. Ah, Lloyd, it's good to see you. Have you come to borrow more books? Actually, we're here for your request. I believe you sent a request to the SSS for help, right? You were asking for help to locate and retrieve some overdue books. By golly, you're right. I did submit a request like that, didn't I? Let's get to it, shall we? Allow me to explain the details. Yeah, of course. Splendid, you're doing me a huge favor. You see, several of our patrons have yet to bring in their overdue books. I'd like for you to locate and return them to me. Understood. Doesn't sound too bad to me. Sure. Do you have their addresses? Yep, that information is tied to their library cards. Give me a moment to bring it up for you. The first person is Faye, who lives in Belheim Apartments on West Street. Next, we have Clarice from Acacia Apartments on East Street. Lastly, we have Raymond from the CPD headquarters in the Administrative District. Raymond, you must stop embarrassing us. I'm sorry, Uncle. I wasn't expecting someone from the force to lack punctuality. Oh, don't worry about it. Just hoping that the reader was so engrossed by the contents of the book that they simply forgot to return it on time. I sense that your hopes are highly unlikely. There are quite a number of people out there who pay no regard to the rules. What the hell are you looking at like me like that for? No reason. Anyway, our objective is clear. We'll retrieve those books for you ASAP. Great, thank you. Please return to me once you've collected all 3 books. I'm counting on you, Lloyd. Overdue Book Retrieval has started. I'm counting you to collect those overdue books for me. Please return to me once you've collected all 3 of them. Feel free to take your time, by the way. I'm not exactly in a hurry. Nope, we're in a hurry. We always are. So what that tells me is that we've already swept 2 of the locations for it. The Saint and the White Wolf first volume is the only one that's in new. Researching history can be quite challenging. You have to rummage through countless old books, collect folklore, and visit the occasional historical landmark. It is truly the field of investigating the truth. Historical research is essentially the investigation of supposed facts. I may be a researcher, but I don't deny that it can be a dull field to study. I must get my tripping on words under control today. Doing it way more than the first session. Because I'm so excited that I won the gambles. And that we have battle voices. Oh, I don't think I've seen this one before. You know, I've worked here for 5 years now, and there are still so many books I've yet to discover. Our collection is so vast that I managed to get lost at times. This library is a massive catalogue of books. I've improved at handling it, but I cannot hope to compare to the director. I thought she'd give me a book then. Hey, guess what? When I grow up, I want to become a priest. And when I become one, I'm going to read books to all of the kids. Okay. Just like my mum does. I just recently moved to Crossbell. Such a gorgeous city. I couldn't be happy to be able to call it home. Well, you love the free library, don't you? You're really milking that quite well. Your child's probably going to be quite well educated for it. Really a crazy, reading and imagination level in no time at all. So Raymond at the CPD. Let's get you first. How's it going, Detective Raymond? Oh, but isn't the SSS? You guys got some business at HQ to tend to. I'll admit, you got guys playing dumb like this, as if we'd be fooled by your little act. You got guts, even. But we see right through you, Raymond. The real culprit here is you. Bang. Gotcha. What? Randy, call it with the pranks, okay? It was not even clever. Oh, come on, I'm a police officer, aren't I? I had to pull out that line at least once in my life, you know? What's he going on about? Sorry about that, Detective Raymond. We're here because of a request from the library. You wouldn't happen to have an overdue library book, would you? Oh, crap, now you mention it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have one. Yeah. So, Detective Raymond, did you perhaps misplace this book of yours? Shh, no, I don't think so. Why the uncertainty then? I'll go look for it. Phew, I managed to find it. Here you go. Woman Who Changed the World. Phew, thank goodness. Really left us in suspense there, Raymond. Well, I have to ask, what inspired you to check out this particular book? To my knowledge, it's a pretty extensive account of historic female figures and the incredible feats they've accomplished. Yeah, well, when I saw the title, I thought I was checking out a photo album with a bunch of hot chicks from across the continent. After I cracked the thing open and realized it was definitely not that, I kind of just left it in my drawer and forgot about it. I do not think the library is the right place to search for that kind of book. Well, we got the book back, so all's well that ends well. We appreciate your cooperation, Detective Raymond. Anytime, guys. Phew, glad I managed to find that book. Next time I'll be sure to actually read more past the title before I borrow something. He took it thinking it was going to be like a... I was going to see if we could read it. It did look readable after all. Women Who Changed the World. Oh, I can. Table of Contents. Oh, we can only read the table of contents, sure. Preface. The study of these great women. 1. Erebonian Empire. Leanne Sandlot. The Valkyrie led the Eisenritter in battle. 2. Coward Republic. Sheena Dirk. Activism behind the Democratic Revolution. Liberal Kingdom. Alicia II. From 100 Days War to Non-Aggression Pact. Preface. Figure. A term that applies to the shape of something. When describing a woman, it may often be used to refer to a physical appearance. In this book, a different meaning is intended. A person who is influential or distinctive in some way. The influence of these great women who have proudly followed their convictions continues to inspire and captivate others to this day. We shall retrace the history of these figures who have shaped this continent and paved the way for many other capable women to do the same. It's a real shame that it had to define figure first of all. Isn't it? Turbo mode! Oh, I crashed. Unless there's something up here. No. West Street. Who has it? I don't know. I can't remember who actually has it. Chapter 1. Mr. Fay who lives in the Bellheim apartments on West Street. Which ones are the Bellheim ones? The fact that there's 2 chests that I still haven't reached in this area yet. It's 2. There's one like here. Can I get out here somehow? Oh! Is this Bellheim? This is Villa Raisins. Oh my goodness, how have I missed this? Right, an Eagle Eye Courts. Wait, you don't live in Villa Raisins? Get out of here. Sorry. I imagine it's pronounced more French, right? It's not just Villa Raisins. It's Villa like, Razan. So, I don't know. Something more posh. Like Hyacinth Bouquet or Hyacinth Bucket, you know? Razan. Something more cultured. You're not Mr. Fay. You might be Mr. Fay? No. You are not Mr. Fay. Is this Bellheim? No. Wait, am I in the Bellheim apartments? Yeah. So maybe it's the guy who's out. It doesn't seem like Faye is in right now. Maybe I'll try asking Pansy. Hey there, Pansy. Is your dad busy working today? Oh, you're Wendy's friends, aren't you? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask your dad a quick question if he's around, but it doesn't look like he is. Oh, Dad, he's off on a business trip. Won't be back for another 2 months. Oh, that's right. Darn. Yeah, I'm not about to start going through his stuff about permission. Are you guys looking for something? Yes, we're here to retrieve a book your father borrowed from the library. Do you recall him making any mention of it? Is it the one I'm reading right now? Mind if I take a look at it? I can check to see if it is. Sure. Pansy retrieved a book and held it out for Lloyd to see. It's got a stamp from the library. It's probably the one. Oh, phooey. Seriously, Dad, I can't believe you'd leave on a business trip without returning your book. Sorry about that. Do you mind taking the book in for me? Are you sure? Didn't you say you were in the middle of reading it? I believe you could apply for an extension at the library's front desk. No, it's okay. I was kind of just looking through it. It's actually pretty boring. I mean, did you even read the title? Let's see. Train Fanatic Rex. Yeah, that definitely sounds like some niche literature to me. I bet Dad borrowed it to try and get me interested in becoming a railway engineer. I'm not going to fall for his tricks that easily, no siree. So yeah, feel free to return it for me. Sure thing. Thanks for helping us out. Bet Dad borrowed that book to try and get me to become a railway engineer. He did the same thing with Sis. Got a bunch of robot toys to play with, and now she's an engineer. Yeah, you're just definitely not going to... You were totally falling for it. 100%. Preface. Train lovers, far and wide, I express to you my utmost gratitude for picking up this book. The long tracks that cross the continent were laid out 20 years ago as a convenient transportation system for large countries such as the Erebonian Empire and the Calvard Republic. Now the railway has become an immensely important technology that people cannot do without. As the rail slowly proliferates, so will the fans. We are they, the train fanatics. Train fanatic refers respectfully to the people who either love the look of a vehicle whose years of use have gently eroded the polish of its exterior, to people who simply enjoy the act of riding in the comfort of a cabin, or to people who find satisfaction in the carefully calculated and planned out service schedules characteristic of the public locomotive companies. This book will detail the best ways that fanaticism can be indulged in order to honor all our forefathers who've painstakingly developed it over the many months and years. It is aimed at any and all beginner train-loving enthusiasts and designed to cultivate and motivate the newly awakened fanatics in exploring the fine beasts of steel and thunder in a way that is suited for each individual. I beg of you, dear reader, to not lose sight of your adoration and admiration. Please enjoy this book at your leisure. May the radiance of the railway be with you. Sure. So, who do we need to speak to yet? Miss Clarice in Acacia Apartments. Well, I say brum. 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 We'll talk to you later. We're on a quest. Oh god. Who is this? You? Hazel hasn't come back from downtown district yet. When I contacted the hospital, they said he's already been discharged. I knew it. The only way to get him to come home was for me to drag him back myself. I've been supporting our family, so I was a little hesitant to take time off. But this isn't something I can ignore. I'm his guardian now, so it's up to me to do everything in my power to bring him home. Hey, come on, let's pretend to be braces. Take this and that. Yeah, braces are invincible. You know, it's a little harder of a job than that, gotta say. Just a bit. A couple of young tenants moved in next door recently. No, they're not there. When I went to greet them, I was met by an energetic young lady with twin tails and a quiet black-haired young man. Oh, hello. I seem to recall them claiming that they're braces. I would imagine they're a reliable pair of youngsters. Oh yeah, I need to check more of the house. A couple of... Okay, saying the same thing. They're not there right now, I can tell you that. They've left their house unlocked. Wonder if they'll know they've been invaded. Are these all stragers? So many. It's Mrs. Seeker. Excuse me, Mrs. Seeker, do you have a moment? Oh yes, how may I help you? We're here because of a support request we received from the city's library. Are you borrowing any books from the library that you've yet to return? Oh, I am. I completely forgot about it. Oh dear, I'm afraid this book is long overdue by now, isn't it? It appears she had a mere lapse in memory. I suppose I'm becoming more forgetful with age. I'm sure Noah wouldn't let me hear the end of this if she found out. Anyway, please wait here for a moment while I get it for you. This should be the one. Mark and the Witch. I already read that. Oh, this book. What's up, Mademoiselle Ellie? Mademoiselle Ellie, there we go. You read this before? Yes, actually. It's one of the most popular fairy tales at the library. Whenever my neighbor Serena goes to work, she always asks if I can watch after her little brother Yuko. So I thought that it might be a fun idea to read books together, which led me to this one. I'm glad he was so taken in by it. Oh, really? I kind of want to read it now, too. Well, thank you very much for your cooperation, ma'am. Oh, not at all. The pleasure was mine. Believe me, I'll make sure to return my books on time from now on. Came up with the idea to read books to a little boy I watched next door, so I went and borrowed one from the library. It's quite an interesting story. If you all get the chance, you should give it a read. Well, we have everything we need, and we've already read it too. So let's use the power of... to return to Miles. Oh, you're back. Were you able to collect all of the overdue books already? Sure did. Here you are. Train Fanatic Rex, Mark and the Witch Part 1, and The Woman Who Changed the World. Great. Looks like you managed to collect all three of them in one piece. Thanks again. Glad I have a group of reliable folks like you to count on. We're quite happy to hear that. I believe this completes your request. It sure does, Tio. Thank you so much. I might just have to reach out to you guys again in the future. Anytime. Always happy to help. Overdue Book Retrieval is complete. Thanks a bunch for the help, Lloyd. I'll let you know if I need anything else. Nothing else? And no book to read. No book as a reward, even? Stingy library. Why would you do this to me? I wonder if they were all stragers. Gotta be pretty rich tastes, you know? Well, seeming we entered East Street, let's continue on from there. So we've got East Street, the Harbour, and Downtown District left to scope out. Wonders if we could bump into anyone at the Bracers Guild, you know? My family's been working as merchants for generations. Dad runs a trading company and Grandpa is chairman of the Business Owners Association. Successfully trapped this old person. But like, I'm just straight up not interested in any of that stuff, you know? Man, I got the energy to do anything. I think I'll take another lazy day. Crossbell has long been known as a trade city. That's in no small part thanks to the eastern and western highways being such vital trade routes. Those highways have carried international produce, textiles, and even valuable information into the city. They truly helped shape Crossbell into what it is today. Crossbell's been growing as a trade city ever since the Middle Ages. People these days like to call Crossbell the crossroads of civilization. Did you guys know Daddy is super important? He's the president of a huge trading company. But my brother hates Daddy. Boy hates Daddy. I'm so sad. Oh, are you all planning to visit Armorica Village? In that case, you should exit the city via the eastern gate right over there. If you board the bus there, it'll take you straight to the village. So it's a fairly easy trip to make. I want to walk it. I want to fight. I want a bus stop. You don't get me, lady. Oh, hey there, sweeties. Didn't know you had enough free time to waltz into your rival's headquarters like that. Well, if you've got nothing better to do, how about taking some of this work off our hands, huh? No, that's quite alright. We're actually on duty right now. Oh, really? That's too bad. Well, no matter. I'm sure before too long you'll have a fire lit under those keisters of yours. Huh? And what do you mean by that? Don't mind me, just talking to myself. Of course he knows what we're about to deal with. You're on duty, right? Probably want to get going then. Keep wasting your time here and you might find that we've already gone and taken care of all your assignments ourselves. Do you know what? I'm hacking your computer now. Stealing your data. Probably just S-break me. Alright, the Bracers currently rescheduling. Oh, okay. I'm not allowed to know what's going on at the moment. It's good to see you all. Hello again, Arios. It's been quite some time, hasn't it? There's no need to be so nervous. You did a fine job handling the incident downtown. You were able to resolve the matter before we intervened. Oh no, it was nothing really. I bet he would have settled the whole thing with a single swing of his blade. I cannot help but feel like he has us dancing in the palm of his hand, as they say. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd better take my leave. I've had a bit more free time on my hands ever since those two arrived. Who's he talking about? Maybe you have. But they're not around for me to check out, by the look of things. Sadness. You like me doing the baby talk, do you? Okay. If that's your thing. Sounds like Coban's gone and bagged himself another big one. We've got to put a stop to this man, Peter. He keeps making us look like chumps. Sure, I'm already getting antsy. What do you say we unleash our true power during tonight's fishing session? Okay, you don't have extra dialogue. I'm guessing if I talk to you from this side as well, it's the same. Coban's doing a great job then. Oi, I want a fishing rod. There's no one around anywhere. Oh, so it looked like this fish dishes was available forever by the look of things then. Easy fish dishes. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, this is the last building on the street, if I'm right. No rod yet, no. What a nice group of youthful people we've got here. Are you all going out on a trip? Yes, ma'am. We've got some business to take care of in Armorica Village. My, that's quite the journey. Oh, I have an idea. Why don't you take this all with you? Oh, some lemonade. Oh, is this the same kind of iced lemonade you gave me on the train? Indeed it is. Remember to drink some while you're on the road if you feel dehydrated, okay? Roger that, man. Having along now, you've got to get out while the day is still young. Don't you say that can't be used now. I was just going to check out my new stuff, but that was given as a... Yeah. That's interesting. What am I using lemonade on? An anthill. Despite what you may think, the merchants of Crossbell actually do more than butt heads. The merchants on East Street have always been part of a network of sorts where we'd help each other out. We didn't intend to found one, but before we knew it, people had begun calling us the Crossbell Business Owners Association. The Business Owners Association was born right here on East Street. While the association has grown to cover all of Crossbell, its roots were planted in this very street. I would like a fishing rod, but it's not happening for me yet. Youch, hurt my damn fingers again. Guess that's just the life of a craftsman. At times, putting your blood, sweat, and tears into a piece is a bit more literal than usual. Hey now, it's not like I seriously injure myself every single time I make something. Even veterans manage to get hurt every once in a while, you know. So this is what we need the money for, which we should have more money now if we report that quest, to be honest. I saw some bracers hanging out in the marketplace this morning. It was like they're ultra busy. They usually come rushing out of the guild whenever trouble calls. Funny enough, they look pretty relaxed this morning, for once. Bought myself some vegetables from Din's Fresh. Thanks for telling me the last bit. East Street is home to an organisation known as the Business Owners Association. They used to negotiate for the shopkeepers here, but now they're essentially representatives for the entire area. Many Crossbell traders make their fortunes by participating in international trade and speculation. I doubt you find anybody on East Street that approves of these kind of methods, though. All the old guys in the Business Owners Association used to run stalls themselves. They formed a union in an attempt to oppose unfair business practices. They've got all our backs here. Welcome, friends! I had this real energetic gal stop by the stall this morning and we got to talking and ended up having a great conversation. She had chestnut hair done up in twin tails. Never seen her around these parts before. I think she just moved into town recently. This energetic gal... Oh, we got talking. Ended up feeling pretty lovely too. She has, by the look of it. We have not one, not two, but 5 big boys at our household. They've got all this brute strength, but it's totally wasted on their lazy butts. Do you know how amazing it'd be if I could get any of them to help me with the chores? Gotta think, though, if Joshua and Estelle had been able to leave LaBelle. I actually heard it online pronounced as liberal. I was like, what? But if they managed to leave LaBelle, which makes me like, I am correct, right? But you've got to imagine it's pretty safe. It's pretty secure. And where they've been sent is where the action would be. We have no one but 2, but 5 big boys at our household. How tragic is that I only gave birth to boys? Them red tracksuit wearing delinquents haven't shown their faces around here lately. I'm glad they're not picking fights in front of my store anymore, but now it feels a little bit too quiet around here. I'm almost more worried for some reason. I wonder if they ate something bad. Food poisoning would put them down for the count. That's an idea. How about we try give them... How about we give that a try to keep causing problems? A little excessive, don't you think? We're gonna poison them, are we? Them red tracksuit wearing delinquents haven't shown their faces around here lately. I wonder if they ate something bad. Yeah, saying the same thing. Yes, they did leave LaBelle soon after SC. They, there's a whole precursor manga, isn't there, for their story? Well, a third, actually. There's a whole precursor manga between the time of that and that as well. Of course, third, they got summoned in, right? It's just trying to keep my memory of things. But they did do a bit of traveling, a bit of journey around first before coming here and all.